Individuals who are in the audience, it is not the time or the place to start communicating with people who are in custody. If that happens again, you'll be excused.
Rudolph Johnson will shoot. That Duval Correct.
Yes.
For Kelston, on behalf of the state, Your Honor, if we could call case number 21, Michael Groves, on page 11.
Groves.
Your Honor, Austin Kane standing for Phil Blayton on behalf of Mr. Groves, who's approaching at this time.
All right, we're here for a pretrial, speedy trial of August 2nd. This is our first pretrial after arraignment.
Your Honor, the note I have from Mr. Layton is that he is waiting for an FDLE wait related to the charges that he has, and he's requesting if the court would allow a pretrial date in approximately 2 to 3 weeks.
All right, in light of the early status, I'll pass the case to May 8th for the next pretrial. And hopefully that information will be given over, and then we'll see where we're at.
Yes, sir.
Next court date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
May 8th for pretrial.
And Your Honor, if we could call case number 49, Samuel Taylor, on page 25.
All right, Taylor. Samuel Taylor. All right.
Your Honor, Austin Kane standing for Phil Blayton on behalf of Mr. Taylor, who's approaching the podium. Your Honor, we're here for arraignment today. We're in receipt of a 2-count information in case 2025 CF 1899. We enter pleas of not guilty as to the 2 counts, waiving the formal reading, reserving the right to challenge sufficiency of the document at a later date.
All right, speedy trial.
August 21st, 2025. State's offer is 20 months Florida State Prison. Guidelines are 15.2 to 5 months.
Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Taylor, I'm going to accept your plea of not guilty at this time. I'm going to pass your case for a pretrial to May 8th, so you can have conversations with your attorney, and we'll go from there. If there's a need to add it earlier, let me know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you both.
Well, they've raised it because they charged. So you talked to me.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Reeder for the state.
Good morning.
We may address the case State versus Rudolph Johnson, number 28 on the court's calendar.
Morning, Your Honor. John Rockwell on behalf of Mr. Johnson. He is approaching to my right. We do have a negotiated disposition for the court's approval.
All right, give me a second. This is Mr. Rudolph Johnson.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, we are in receipt of a 2-count information, and pursuant to negotiations with the state, he has authorized me to enter a plea of guilty because it's in his best interest as to counts 1 and 2 as charged. The sentence would be he'd be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 12 months Duval County Jail with credit for 49 days time served. Those sentences, or those counts are run concurrent, and then also concurrent with case number 25 MM 724. He is not entitled to a PSI, Your Honor. He would pay $618 in court costs. I've signed the plea form, as has my client and the assistant state attorney.
Thank you.
And this is a guidelines disposition, Your Honor. There's also a pre-filing negotiation that the state entered into based on investigation of the facts and circumstances of the case. And after doing that investigation, the state is comfortable recommending this disposition.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reed. Mr. Romero.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear affirmative to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, you are Mr. Johnson. Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right, just make sure you speak loud enough so the court reporter hears you. I'm holding up the plea form. You sign that last page.
Yes.
I saw the
Yes, Your
down
Honor, no,
in
Your
your
Honor.
head, but it's hard for the court reporter to get that down. When you sign that last page, you indicated you understand the rights you're giving up and you understand the negotiations that you and your attorney, Mr. Rockwell, entered into in the state of Florida, correct?
Yes.
You're in agreement with this disposition?
Yes.
You're entering it freely and voluntarily, and you're satisfied with the representation of your...
Yes.
By entering this plea, you give up certain rights. You give up the right to a trial, the right to have an attorney at the trial, the right to cross-examine witnesses and present witnesses, the right to remain silent, and the right to appeal the judgment regarding the issue of guilt or innocence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You're a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
Because this is a drug case, your driving privileges will be suspended for a minimum of 6 months. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you've ever previously been convicted of a sexually motivated offense, you may be subject to involuntary civil commitment. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Is there any DNA evidence that will exonerate the defendant? Does each side stipulate to a factual basis?
No such DNA known to the state. The state will so stipulate.
None known, Your Honor, and we would also stipulate for the purposes of the plea.
The court also finds a factual basis from the affidavits in the arrest and booking report. I find this plea to be freely and voluntarily entered with a full understanding of the nature and consequences of doing so. He's not entitled to a PSI. I'll accept your plea of guilty to both counts, the second-degree felony and the third-degree felony, based on it's a guideline disposition. The state's reviewed the facts and circumstances in making this recommendation. And on your plea of guilty, because it's in your best interest to be adjudicated guilty on both counts, sentenced to 12 months in the Duval County Jail. It's concurrent, so it's the same on each one. It's also concurrent with 25 MM 000724. By agreement, there's 49 days credit. There's court costs of $618. Was there a fee?
No, Your Honor.
All right. All right, sir, you have the right to appeal the sentence. You feel it's illegal, but that must be done within 30 days. Good luck, sir.
I'll see you next week, man. Your Honor, that's all I have before the court. May I be excused? Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Susan Haig for the state. We could call the case Cruz.
Just has to ask you
This is a review case, and I believe yesterday Your Honor said that we don't need to tell you the number on the calendar, or do you prefer that? Thank you.
Jack Fuchs on behalf of Stephen Cruz, and Representative MHRC is here as well. And there was a new competency report filed 326.
Give me a second. All right, he's currently at the state hospital. His reports, if I remember right, it says that he's still incompetent and continues to meet the criteria for involuntary commitment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Does each side stipulate that I can use this report in lieu of live testimony?
Defense stipulates.
And the state does as well.
Each side stipulating that the court can use this report in lieu of live testimony. We'll have, let's enter another order. You can, Mr. Peters. We'll get another, is it 6 months? Or would it be a year?
6 months, Your Honor.
6 months, and thank you for being here as always.
Thank you.
If you can just send Ms. Mason an order that just has the 6 months of the date, and what's the 6 month date?
October 9th, Your Honor.
All right, we'll do October 9th for review, and we'll go from there. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Your
Have a
Honor.
great day.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Peters.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. Lawyer on behalf of the state, we called Keith Field, these two cases on your docket. I believe we have some victims' family in the...
All right, and we do have Zoom open, so they're able to hear. We are here for Mr. Fields' cases. I think one of them at least, is there one arraignment or two?
I think they're both separate.
Yes, there's two, Your Honor. And good morning again, Amanda Edwards on behalf of Mr. Fields. I am in receipt of two informations. One is to case number 2025 CF 2393, 3-count information, enter a plea of not guilty. Additionally, as to case number 2025 CF 1858, 1-count information we are in receipt of. We enter a plea of not guilty as to that one with the right to attack the legal sufficiency of either information at a later date.
Thank you very much. I'll accept those pleas of not guilty. On these cases, what's speedy?
Speedy for the DV case is August 19th. For the homicide, it's September 3rd.
Is there a third case?
Not for him.
Okay, I was just double checking. All right, what I'll do is, like I said, I'll accept a plea of not guilty. Let me pass, do you have a date that works for all the cases?
I believe my proposed date was May 7th. I believe it's a Wednesday.
All right, we'll pass these cases for pretrial to May 7th. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have, if I may be excused.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day, sir.
And thank you for taking the case.
Of course, thank you.
Your Honor, may we call the case of James Douglas, Susan Haig for the state?
Douglas.
Your Honor, Austin Kane on behalf of Mr. Douglas is approaching the podium.
All right, let's give him a chance to come forward. If you step over to your attorney, Mr. Douglas.
Your Honor, on his case, we intended to take depositions yesterday. There was a change in scheduling, and so we've led to selecting May 7th for the deposition date if the court would allow.
All right, I had a note to set it.
Yes, sir.
Is it probably appropriate to do that?
Yes, Your Honor, the speedy trial, as the court's probably correct.
All right, so let's get a trial date. Give me 1 second. June 9th work, it's the second week.
Yes, sir.
Is that what the state, June 9th?
It should, Your Honor.
All right, we'll do June 9th for jury selection, June 4th for final pretrial, and you said May 7th for depositions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's try May 8th for a pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you both very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later. You keep saying.
You're ready.
Thanks, Judge.
Judge, if we could next call Mr. McGee. Yes, sir. Donte McGhee, lawyer on behalf of the state.
All right. Ms. Mark, you've seen the motions.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. McGee is coming forward.
Your Honor, for the record, Andrew Hart for Mr. McGee, who's coming before the court. We are here for two cases. Case number 2025-2214 is here for a pretrial. Interplay of not guilty as to all 3 counts.
All right, I'll accept those pleas not guilty at this time. Speedy.
September 3rd for the homicide, or I'm sorry, September 19th for the homicide. Juvenile one, I believe it was September 1st.
Fine, that's fine. It's, I know it's now. All right, like I said, I'll accept the plea not guilty. What date works? And I'll talk about things for pretrial.
Thursday, May 8th.
That's fine, Your Honor, because I believe somebody else is on May 6th, so.
Not a problem. I will pass the cases to May 8th for pretrial. There's also been a motion to compel. Was there any legal objection to that?
Your Honor, I spoke to my client. There is no legal objection to that motion.
All right, without any legal objection, I've read the motion to compel fecal swabs, and I've entered the order. And there's individuals here this morning. All right, we'll go ahead and pass it to that case. They can come forward, and Ms. Hart, you can go over here.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Come forward. Thank you very much for getting here early.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hart, as well. All right, in that case, Mr. McGee's case was passed after the plea of not guilty to May 8th for the individuals that are on Zoom. And thank you, as always, for being here.
Hi there, how are you? On Daniels,
Robo,
outstanding with Patrick Daniels, it's a misdemeanor, it's very weird. Yeah, is there any outstanding costs or anything? I know he paid about $1,800 last week. Right.
Robert Reeder for the state, Your Honor. If I may address the case of State versus John Roebuck.
Your Honor, Austin Kane, standing in for Phil Blayton on behalf of Mr. Roebuck.
All right, Mr. Come forward, come around to your right, sir.
Your Honor, receipt of an affidavit for violation of probation in case 2023 CF 6651. That affidavit does reference